Hey everyone, this is Sky, and I'm coming forth with this word that has really ministered to me, the word of peace. I've recently attended a women's conference, and I was truly blessed by peace. How to activate the daily peace of God, how to keep that peace, how to live in peace, how to work in peace, how to have a relationships in peace. And I found that it is only done through supernatural means. Nothing that we can do of ourselves. We try to do it ourselves, and we can do it by, okay, I'm going to buy something for someone. I'm going to buy a coffee in Dunkin' Donuts. And you're feeling, okay, this is a way of me bringing peace to this person. And what if that person rejects that gift that you brought them? Do you still have peace in you? See, that's the peace that now we need from God. What you did is an act of kindness, totally different from peace. And there's some that will accept that gift, and therefore peace can be established. But we have to discern both of them. We have to discern situations, and we have to check our motives when we do things. So I'm just here to bring a few teachings of what I've learned through this women's conference that bless me. Every day, is a learning process where we're never there. Only God, who's omnipresent, omniscient, all powerful, all knowing, ever perfect in his ways, is there in his perfect ways of who he is. And we're here, and we're to learn daily and take what we learn daily and apply it. And we're supposed to, once we are converted, to go forth and strengthen each other. So I'm here to strengthen you with this word of peace. And in life, we have to be anxious for nothing. For nothing. And sometimes I know it's hard. I understand. I'm human too, just like you are. But that's when we have to come into a place of prayer, a place where we have to pray. And that in itself, when you pray, it feels good knowing that if there's a burden lifted up, where you're in your secret place with God, and you're not anxious for anything in that moment because you're releasing it, either through the words that you're saying to God or through your tears, because he knows your situation, through prayer and supplication. And you also have to give thanks. You have to thank God. Thank God for what you have, not what you have not. And that's where we miss it. We're thanking God. Oh God, I thank you for the job I have. I thank you for life. We say these cliches daily and we thank him. But then we go back and our subconscious mind will say, boy, I wish I can have that 4-bedroom house. I wish I can have my children can go to the private school. I wish I had the perfect husband, that when I come home, he cooks me dinner and rub my feet. Or I wish my wife, when she comes home, she would just have my dinner ready made and give me an hour to myself and to settle down. Whatever the case may be, whatever it is, I wish my children would actually just listen, bring home a good report from school. One day, can they just do that? And we have to think about the positive things. And if we can't think about it, then write it. That's what I've learned. Just write it. Because sometimes the mind is really powerful. It's like a computer, a master computer. We're just constantly thinking. Even when you're praying, you're thinking. And We have to write down these thankful things and say, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for today that I was able to get up. I have mobility in my body and I can drive a car. I'm thankful that somebody gave me $20. Whatever it is, you give thanks to God, but you just have to do it you have to do it daily to him. You have to give God that ownership, the ownership of being praiseworthy for the things that you have. It's just like a relationship with a husband and a wife. When a husband and a wife, you know, they may not see eye to eye, or they just may be quiet, or whatever the situation is in their circumstances, but the husband comes to the wife and the wife comes to the husband, and they're like, honey, I'm thanking you for this food is so good. I'm thanking you, honey. You're just so sweet. You're so beautiful. I mean, when you hear that from your spouse, it's like something in you just lights up. You know, you feel good inside, and it just drives you to want to do more good stuff and just feel like you're on top of the world. It just gives you that great feeling, that good feeling. And that's the way God views it. When we thank him for the things that we have, then the things that we have not, he is able to supply it abundantly. But he wants to hear from us. He wants to feel that gratitude. That's a way of having your peace. When you look on paper on what you have actually written, the things that you have, and you're like, man, it could have been worse. And you're like, you can't believe it when you look at it, you know. Also, you know, the peace of God, it does surpass all comprehension. And it's a supernatural guard over your heart and over your mind. Why is that? Because there are times where you don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, but you have to just be still. Be still and know that I'm God. That's what the word of God says. And you're wondering, be still, know that I'm God. Didn't he just see that somebody just passed away and you want me to be still? Didn't he just see that my company's downsizing and he wants me to be still? But you have to trust him. And you have to know that you have to have peace. Doesn't he know what my wife just said and what my husband just said? I just want to tear their head off. And what my child just did. And that's when the peace, when God's peace is actually locked in your life, it will become a supernatural guard and protector. Because when your children act up and they see you quiet and they're wondering why you're so quiet and you're not reacting negatively, they have to, they're going to give that eyebrow look, the rock look, like, what's going on here? Because they're used to you acting out. And that's when you know that you're transforming yourself. You're transforming into a place where you can be still in peace. You know? So I just want to encourage you guys today to actually take a paper out, write down what you're thankful for. Write down the things that you're grateful for, what you have and what you are about to acquire, because I believe that you are going to acquire it. Even if you can take the time to take the pen and paper out by faith today, well, God is able to see that you did it out of obedience. You're giving him the gratitude and the thankfulness that he deserved. I believe he will work out a miracle for you. And peace will be your shoes, so that when you're walking and the person in front of you in the grocery store cuts you off and you were about to turn in line 5, you're not going to cuss them out, because that peace is your shoes. It guards you. You're just going to give them that smile and say, God, you know how to deal with them. Touch their heart. You know, I was once there too. Because you know what? We were once that person. But guess what? we're in a stage of transformation. I call it transformation, daily transformation. And that's why it's good to watch things to uplift you, attend conferences. These are things that I do daily. Keep yourself with like-minded people, people of light, people of positivity, where you can get daily teachings downloaded into you. And it's nothing that we can do. Exercising 5 days a week cannot give you that peace. You can look in the mirror and look good, but still feel empty inside. So you have to really tune in to God, pray, and when you pray, you watch. One by one, things get answered, and it may not be the way that you want it to be. And then you write down your thankful list, and you see what God can do and what He is doing in your life that you may not even see. There is there's something that I just want to share with you regarding a few people. Marilyn Monroe, the man who founded Kodak Pictures, Charles Schwab. You can look up their history and you can see that they had a lot of money. They had a lot of money, but guess what? They had no peace. They were great icons. And I have nothing bad to say about these people. I have nothing bad to say about anyone. Who am I? Who am I to judge and be critical? But what I'm saying is that they were wealthy. And through their wealth, some of them committed suicide. And because they did not have that peace of mind. A peace where, you're in a situation and you want to respond so negatively, but let that peace be on your tongue. You see, let it be on your tongue. Let it be on your tongue. Be quick to be peaceful than to want to curse someone out. Be quick. Be quickened by it. Let it be a practice for you. And I call it an exercise. That's what I call for myself. It's a daily exercise. It's a spiritual exercise, just like every day. When I exercise, I feel stronger and fit. But what about the spiritual man? What about the emotions where you felt joy? And then all of a sudden someone did something. And then you let that thing, that person, that unseen force come and rob you. Just like that, in a blink of an eye. Don't let that happen. That's why it's important. When God peace is locked, sealed in your life, it will become a guard and a protector. So I'm just here to share with you about peace, some of the things that I would love for you to do, some basic exercises. Some it may take a minute, and some it may take 15 minutes, and some 30 minutes, because you're going to realize how thankful and grateful you are for the things that you have. And the things that you may have, that 9-to-5 job. But guess what? When you write down how you are grateful that you have that job and thankful that you have that job, because it bring home the money to pay the bills, to drive a car, to supply your daily needs that the person that is on the road holding up a sign wish they could have. You'll be just so surprised. So I'm just here to bring it to you, all the things that I'm learning daily on this journey. And this is called activating the peace of God, keeping the peace of God. And I'll be bringing more teachings on peace and many more teachings as well on different subjects. So stay tuned on this journey with me. Bye. Mwah.